Okay. Observe here we have learned the heuristic techniques. So there recursive and non-recursive techniques we have seen. The comparison also we have done. There we have used the concept of functions. Learned some programming also. And next, it is designing techniques we are talking. Here in designing techniques we have divide and conquer we have seen. Now this brute force and greedy strategies, how these will work, let us see them practically now. So let's go with brute force today. Actually here brute force we have the concept called pattern matching algorithm. Brute force pattern matching algorithm. Okay, pattern matching algorithm. Here how we are going to match the pattern. For example, if I take a string, for example, some uh, welcome to BBRIT. So it is a string, collection of all set of characters is the line of string. It's a line of string. From this string, just I wanted to find out a substring that is come. Just I wanted to find out the substring called come. How can I find out? So what's the strategy? Whether the substring, this pattern is matching in the string or not. Okay, so that is the given string. It is the given string. It is a pattern to be matched. Pattern to be matched. For example, sometimes some security questions like that may be saved from that security questions, or some different string may be asked for security. Just they may ask you enter the any sequence of 4 characters to be matched in your saved string. So that time I have given come. Whether come is there in the welcome to BBRIT or not, I have to check it one by one. So it will comes under the brute force pattern matching algorithm. Here, how can I check? It should be in sequential linear order. So come immediate here. If you search for C, immediately there should be O. Immediately there should be M, and again there should be E immediately. So combinedly that those 4 must be matched. Here, for example, I am starting with first character. C with W not matched. O with E not matched. If C with W is not matched, getting. Why should I compare remaining 3 characters with the remaining characters? If C is not there, it is not matched. Means remaining if 3 characters are matching, even though this sequence of 4 characters are not matching, all must be matched. 4 characters must be matched. If W is not matching with the first character, directly I will shift my string. Observe here. Let's take exactly C with W. If it is not matching exactly, simply I will compare. I will shift the pattern like this. That is C with E. I will compare. Yeah, it is also not matching, isn't it? It is also not matching. That's why I'll shift the pattern up to here. L with C, it is also not matching. If first character is not matching, I need not to check the remaining characters. Next, I'll shift the total string, pattern string. Here C is matching. Okay. Whenever the first character is matched, then we will go for the second character. Then we will go for the second character. Yeah, second character also matching. If this also match, then only we'll go for the 3. Yeah, M also matched. Here E also matched. Yeah. So now your pattern is matched. Okay, successfully matched. Your substring is there in the given string. This is called brute force mechanism, brute force pattern matching algorithm. Nothing is there. Understood? Now let us go with one more example. Example 2. This is example 1. Okay. Here it is matched. Let's assume I am taking some numbers. These are also uh, strings. It is also a string. Let's assume it is also a string. I am taking the pattern. Here my pattern some 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is my pattern to be matched. Okay. What I'll do? I'll compare with the first string. Yeah. I'll compare here it is a substring. Here can we call this as a string? A collection of characters. If you want to take it as a number or we'll take it in a different data type, just I am taking it as a character array. So that time whatever the numbers you take or symbols you take, alphabet you take will comes under the string one. Okay, here also I am taking into the character array. So that's why it will be treated as a string, substring. So this time here also I am matching the 4. Here the total characters are 10. Here I wanted to match 4 characters which are in linear order. Whether this pattern is matching with the given string or not somewhere else. I have to check. So now I am checking with the first character. Yeah, it's not matched. If the first one is matched, why should I go for the second? Because it is not in sequence. First is not matching. If the first is not matching, simply I will shift the pattern. Just take this. The first is not matching. I will shift the pattern. It is right in the new line. Better because you have to do it later. Yeah, this is a first shifting. Yeah, 6 is not matching with 2. So immediately I will shift my pattern to 3. Here also it is not matching. 6 is with first character must be matched. Then only we'll go with second character. If sometimes if the second also not match, we'll stop. That's it. We'll shift to next position. Getting the first is matched. Okay, we'll check second. Second is not matched. That time also we'll shift. If the third is not matched, that time also we'll shift. For example, 6, 7, 8, these 3 are matched, but 9 is not matched. That time also what we'll do, we'll shift a position next. The total substring, the total pattern will shift to the next position. So here also it is not matching. What should I do? I'll go to the next position. Up to 4 I'll come. Yeah. Oh, well, this is also not matched. I'll go to next. Here 5. Here 5 with 6. These two characters are not matched. Next. Observe here. We are coming to 6. Yeah, here it is matched. Then we will say pattern matched. Here it's not matched. simply it's not matched. Yeah, you can write here also, no problem. You can write not match, not match, not match. You can write here it is matched. So this is called brute force pattern matching algorithm. I think you understood well. Nothing is there. If you take the string like this, we can compare like this also, no problem. If you take the string in numbers, we can compare like this. So here, while comparing, if the string length is 10 characters, here we have 10 characters, let's say 10 characters, that is the length. Length is 10 characters. Here, total 10 characters. The pattern length is, what's the pattern length? 4 characters. Yeah, pattern length is 4 characters. Here I am taking 4 characters. Here, what will be the last index till we need to shift the pattern? What will be the last index that we will shift the pattern?
6.
The possible ways. Last 4 we will take. Observe here. Observe the question. So these are the 4 characters. So here the 7 is the last index. Till there we will shift the pattern. So if you shift the pattern here to the next position, so it will go to the next another position. See, 8 will be compared with 6, 9 with 7, 10 with 8. Then there is no another value here to be compared with 9. Means I'll stop here only up to 7. Here, actually here it is matching here. Okay, no problem. If the string is, for example, the string is I'm taking 9, sorry, 8, 9, 10. Here it is 11. Observe here. If the string is this, I'll compare here it is not matched. Here I'll compare not matched. Here I'll compare. Okay. Here 8 is matched, 9 is matched, 10 is matched, but there is no value to be matched. Here it is void. There is no value. Here I'll not go up to here. I'll go up to here only. Means till the last 4 characters, last 4 positions, that is based on the pattern size. Based on the pattern size, that is 4. Till last 4 only I will compare. Here we have to write the number of comparisons actually. Number of comparisons possible. Number of comparisons possible. Tell me here 10 minus 4 plus 1 is the number of comparisons. Tell me how much I will get? 7 I will get. Okay. Here observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum number of comparisons. We can call it as maximum number of comparisons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7. If you take let us take for example, if it is for the 10 characters and 4 is the pattern size, that's okay, fine. If I am taking some 15 characters I'm having pattern, I'm matching some 5 pattern size is 5 characters I'm matching. Now you tell me how many maximum number of comparisons we'll have. the last index, so we have to find out. Now it will be 15 minus 5 plus 1. How much you will get? 11 we will get. Yeah. So these many shiftings will perform. So this is called brute force pattern matching algorithm. Now, if you want to, those who are well in programming, they can do it. No problem. Simply to shift the positions from 1 to max, we have to shift the positions up to 1 to max, you know. In order to shift the positions from 1 to max, we need one for loop. That's it. Come to the inner enter into the for loop. There we'll compare the each positions 1, 2, 3, 4 if the pattern size is 4. In order to compare this, we'll have one more for loop. Within that for loop, we'll have one if condition to check the condition. Okay, here we'll shift the 4 index values. 4 characters means 4 index values will shift. Internally, we'll have one loop. In that loop, we'll have one if condition. Directly, you can do this programming. Okay, those who are well in programming, this is the task for you. Just today, just you do it and send the code. Just you take the string, a line of string, whether this line of string is matched or it is there in the given string or sorry, the pattern is appeared in the given string or not, whether it is matching or not. From where to where it is matching. Yeah. Here the, for example, index value 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the pattern is matched at the index value 3. Okay. Just you have to tell that. Here, not only this character matching, the remaining 4 characters also must be matched. So that's the starting index we are giving as output. You can take a string or you can take a string as these numbers just to perform. Okay, it is very easy, no issue. Okay, let it be. Now another approach here we cannot take actually. Another approach, that is divide and conquer we have seen, and greedy strategies. Greedy strategies. Let's go with okay. I think it's visible. So the greedy strategies means nothing is there. Simply here it is looking for a optimal solution or optimal path. Here it mostly looks for the local optimal solution. always looks for the local optimal solution. Your local optimal solution means looks for the local optimal solution intended to find the global optimal solution. Global optimal solution. Sir, what's the meaning of this? Here we have many greedy strategies, algorithms also there. Not greedy strategies. This strategy will be applied in different algorithms. It is not an algorithm, but it is a strategy will be applied in different algorithms. So I will tell you here what's happening. For example, I am having a graph. Listen to me. I am taking a graph like this. I am taking. Okay, here I am having the corrections for this. Net వస్తుందా సార్? కేబుల్. Okay, students. So let us take it is the path. Observe here. Just I wanted to reach the destination, that is A to I. A to I. How can I reach the I from A? So which is the possible, which is the best solution? That means best path. How can I find out which is the best path? So that is based on the weight, or that is based on the distance. We'll find out. Here I am taking the distance. For example, here I am taking some 4. Here I am taking it is 3, and here I am taking it as the weight 5. Observe here. So whenever I start, I'll start from A. Here, what's the distance from here to A to B? 4. So what's the distance from A to C? It is 3. And the distance from A to 5. So it will compare all these. What is the smallest distance? Okay, what is the optimal path here? What's the optimal path? Which is having the low cost, isn't it? So the optimal low cost, that is we will take the low cost, that is low cost means here weight, we are calling as weight or distance. Okay, so we'll consider the low cost initially. That's what here we are telling. So this is nothing but local optimal solution. Always it looks for the local optimal solution intended to find the global optimal solution. Always that considers the local and local. It is not the thing finding out the total distance from here to here, and finding out the total distance from here to here, and finding out the total distance from here to here. After finding out the total distances and comparing the total distances, and this is having the lowest distance, that's why I'm considering a particular path. We are not going for such solution. We are not going for such solution by taking all the values. That time we have to go through each path. If you do that, we have to go through this path, total path. We have to travel from here to here, find out the path and the distance, and we'll save that distance, and we'll find out this distance and saving that value, and finding this distance and saving that value, comparing these three values and taking the shortest path. That is not the best way, because we are traversing, from here to here. Why to waste the time to traverse from here to there? Okay, need not to traverse here to there. Then here what we are doing in greedy strategy, we are looking for the local optimal solution. Here this is the best way. Yeah, this is having low cost, that is low distance, so that's why we are considering this path. Next, after considering this path, that's it. If it is having any two more paths, so we look further. Here we are not traveling through this way, and we are not traveling this way. This is the optimal, and we are not wasting the time to go through this path. Simply we have chosen this path. Local optimal solution we got. Local optimal path we got. Students, what are doing? What are you doing, man?
నువ్వు దొరకలేవు అంతే, నువ్వు దొరికితే నువ్వు ఆడుకుంటాను అక్కడ కూడా
Sairam.
శివసేన
Okay, observe here. Here we got the local optimal path, so here we are choosing this. And next local optimal path, it will look for the next local optimal path. Next local optimal path, that is this path. Next local optimal path. So that obviously this will be chosen. So we are looking in the local, not the global. So, but by choosing this local optimal solution, so we are building the solution for the global optimal solution. We are looking for the global optimal solution. Okay, by considering the local. So this is called greedy strategy. Understood? The greedy strategy. This greedy strategy will be used in the problems called UNO's knapsack algorithm, shortest path algorithm. Okay. Next, Dijkstra's algorithm. Many different algorithms are there. There, this greedy approach, greedy strategy will be used to find the shortest path. Okay. So with the low cost, they will reach the destination. Likewise, look for the solution. Finally, so you'll get the global optimal solution. That is the main goal. That's the main goal. Means taking the less time. Here we are considering the low cost means low distance. And one more thing is time. If we are considering the low distance means that will take low time. That will take the low time. So finally we will path the shortest path. We will find the shortest path. Okay. సో దిస్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ సార్. ఇదంతా మాకెందుకు చెప్తున్నారు సార్, ఇదంతా కూడా మాకు ప్రోగ్రామింగ్లో నెక్స్ట్ టైం అని ఉంటుందా అంటే, యా ఉంటుంది. డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్స్లో ఇవి కన్సిడర్ చేస్తారు. అండ్ మోర్ ఓవర్ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్స్ కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ నేను చెప్తాను. మొబైల్ ఎడ్ హాక్ నెట్వర్క్స్ అని కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది. మొబైల్ ఎడ్ హాక్ నెట్వర్క్స్. సో ఈ నెట్వర్క్స్ ఇట్లాంటి నెట్వర్క్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఉండొచ్చు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వార్ ఫీల్డ్ మీకు వెళ్తే వార్ ఫీల్డ్లో మీకు వచ్చేసి టవర్స్ ఉండవు. ఎందుకంటే వార్ ఫీల్డ్లో టవర్స్ ఉన్నాయంటే కంపల్సరీ సిగ్నల్ పోతుంది. దాని మీద ఏ బాంబు ఎవడో వేసాడంటే కంపల్సరీ సిగ్నల్ అంతా కూడా పోతుంది, ఎవరికి కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఉండదు. సో వార్ ఫీల్డ్లో వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, సో ప్రతి నోడ్ కూడా అంటే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉండే వైర్లెస్ ఫోన్స్ మీరు చూడండి, ఆ వైర్లెస్ ఫోన్స్ ప్లస్ మొబైల్ కింద రౌటర్ వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మనం యూజ్ చేసే మొబైల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ రౌటర్, ఇట్స్ ఏ సింపుల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ పర్పస్. మొబైల్ one SIM we are using, we are connecting with the network. Router is different. Router ఏం చేస్తుందంటే నియర్ బై కొంత డిస్టెన్స్ వరకు ఉన్న నోడ్స్ అంటే అనదర్ రౌటర్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వైర్లెస్ రౌటర్స్ వాళ్ళ వార్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యక్తులు ఇటు పట్టుకుని ఉన్నారు, సోల్జర్స్. సో వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్న రౌటర్ వీళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్న రౌటర్ ఇప్పుడు ఇతను వేరే వాళ్ళతో కమ్యూనికేట్ అయ్యి మాట్లాడాలి. ఐ అనే నోడ్ పర్సన్తో మాట్లాడాలి, సోల్జర్తో మాట్లాడాలి అంటే మరి సిగ్నల్ అనేది ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, సిగ్నల్ వీడికి ఈ రేంజ్లోనే ఉంటుంది, ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఇంత రేంజ్లోనే ఉంటుంది. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఫస్ట్ వాడు పాత్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవాలి. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే లోయెస్ట్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఉన్న వాడితో పాత్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేస్తుంది, సిగ్నల్ కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. అంటే ఇక్కడ రౌటర్లో నియర్ బై నోడ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాళ్ళ డీటెయిల్స్, వాళ్ళ ఐపీ అడ్రస్, వాళ్ళ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా కూడా ఇక్కడ మెయింటైన్ అవుతుంది. దట్స్ ద రౌటర్. సో హియర్ and this router will find out the nearby again another router. So nearby router he found means that device will find out that nearby router, and here it will find out the nearby router. Here, while sending this, looking for the connection to this I, that destination information also will be keep on sent to the nearby routers. The destination information also, source and destination information will be sent here, and this information will be sent to the nearby, and the source and destination will be sent, will be maintained here. The destination, if it is nearby the destination found, so connection will be established within the fraction of seconds, so they will have the communication. వైర్లెస్ రౌటర్స్ మీకు తెలుసు కదా, మనకి పోలీస్ వాళ్ళు యూజ్ చేస్తుంటారు, నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి వార్ ఫీల్డ్లో వాళ్ళు యూజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళ దగ్గర టవర్స్ ఉండవు కాబట్టి. ఓకే, అలా కమ్యూనికేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇన్ దట్ టైమ్, దట్ ఈస్ ఎ నెట్వర్క్ టోపాలజీ. ఇంత నెట్వర్క్, ఇన్ని కనెక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఇంతమంది సోలియర్స్ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళ మధ్య కనెక్షన్ ఇట్లని మనం రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. బట్ షార్టెస్ట్ పాత్ అనేది ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఒక రౌటర్లో, అదే ఎవ్రీ రౌటర్లో ఆ అల్గారిథం అనేది కంపల్సరీగా ఇన్స్టాల్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఈ గ్రీడీ స్ట్రాటజీ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేసి ఏదో ఒక అల్గారిథం, షార్టెస్ట్ పాత్ అల్గారిథం, సమ్ డిఫరెంట్ అల్గారిథమ్స్ విల్ బి ప్లేస్డ్ దేర్. అప్పుడు ఆ డివైస్లో ఏముంటుంది, మనం రాసే కోడే ఉంటుంది, అంతే కదా. మనం రాసే కోడ్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ కోడ్ని బట్టి అది నెక్స్ట్ డివైస్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ వన్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. యూ కెన్ గివ్ దట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆల్సో. I think you understood the concept. Students, understood? Students?
Sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brute force is one designing algorithm, and divide and conquer we have seen, and greedy strategies also we have seen now. Class lo ne unnam sir. 11:05 or 11:05. Okay sir, sure. Okay sir. Okay students, fourth unit, very easiest unit. You can easily attempt the any question. I have given the examples. These designing examples are very easy. For this we have given one example, brute force. Now I have given one example, the explanation, then greedy strategies. With 2 or 3 graphs you can represent and give this example in the war field and all. So the strategies will be, this strategy will be used in different algorithms. That is, give the examples. Shortest path algorithm, Knapsack algorithm, next Dijkstra's algorithm. So there this concept will be used. 1 minute. Sir, I am in class, sir. 11:05. Okay, and the recursion concepts also we have seen with the functions. You need not to touch the functions concept directly. You go with the examples here, recursion functions. That is, I told you Fibonacci, I told you, then factorial, how to implement, I told you, with diagrammatical representation, those diagrams and the differences between recursive and non-recursive. So that much is enough. Functions programming is another concept. That is, to know the functions concept I taught you. Okay, I have taken time and taught you. So in programming, that is one important topic also. That's why I told you. So this is about the fourth unit. Okay. Now, just I wanted to start fifth unit also. Modeling solutions. It also will be very easy. Modeling solutions. Here, top-down design for the given problem statements. Top-down designing. That is for 4 examples they have given. One is for ATM mission, hospital management, online shopping, interpreting COVID-19 test results. So we'll take the samples and test kit, finally result positive or negative. Here top-down approaches. Observe here, top-down design. These are the top-down approaches. It is like a decomposition. Nothing is there. It is like a decomposition. You know the decomposition. But some examples they have given for this. I will show you. Okay, observe here. Top down, this is hybrid, and bottom up, let it be. What is hybrid? Nothing is there. The combination of top down and bottom up is nothing but hybrid. Here top down approach, they told you, it is totally a decomposition. So here, for example, we are having a big project. The big project is divided into 2 modules. Big project is divided into 2 modules, and each sub-module will be divided into another sub-modules, and this also will be divided into another different sub-modules based on the requirement. Okay, likewise each sub-module will be divided into different modules. So here the smallest modules will be solved first. Combinedly, the next parent module will be developed. Next, by combinedly, another modules will be, the higher level module will be developed, and based on these 2 modules, by clubbing these 2 modules, the main module will get. So nothing is there. The top-down approach, it is a decomposition to divide the project into different sub-modules. So why to divide into sub-modules? Why to divide into sub-modules? What's the main theme of the decomposition? If you divide into sub-modules, for example, ఒక పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చాడు అంటే దాంట్లో అంత కోడింగ్ ఒకేసారి మన దాంట్లో పడేసి రాయలేం కదా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ ఏటీఎం మిషన్ రిలేటెడ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ పెర్ఫామ్ చేయమని చెప్పాను. ఎలా పెర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, I'll divide in the ATM related functions in different modules. For example, mini statement, it is one module. Next, balance is one module. Transfer is one module. Deposit is one module. Likewise, I will divide into modules. So while developing the program, I will take one function for mini statement, one function for balance, one function for transfer, different functions I will take. Here, for example, I will take one function for withdrawal. Withdrawal ki nenu oka function తీసుకున్నాను. Functions మనం మొన్న చూసాం కదా. Withdrawal ఒక function తీసుకున్నాను. So if I take one function for withdrawal, there I will write the code. ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క మాడ్యూల్ ఇచ్చేస్తాను నేను. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీరు విత్డ్రావల్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయండి అని నేను ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్కి ఇస్తాను. వాళ్ళు చక్కగా ఎఫెక్టివ్గా చాలా డీపర్గా థింక్ చేసి ఆ విత్డ్రావల్ మీద వాళ్ళు వర్కౌట్ చేసి ఆ ఫంక్షన్ని డెవలప్ చేస్తారు. ఆ ఫంక్షన్ డెఫినేషన్ రాస్తారు. ఇంకొకరికి నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇచ్చాను, మీ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ మీదే కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయండి అంటే వాళ్ళు యాక్టివ్గా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ కావాల్సిన ఇన్పుట్స్ అన్ని తీసుకొని దాని మీద ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఎంత డీప్గా ఎంత నీట్గా చేయాలో అంతగా వర్కౌట్ చేసి వాళ్ళు ఫంక్షన్ని డిఫైన్ చేస్తారు, డెఫినేషన్స్. సో ఒక్కొక్కరు అట్లా ఫంక్షన్ డెఫినేషన్స్ రాసిన తర్వాత నేను అన్ని డెఫినేషన్స్ కలిపి ఒక ప్రోగ్రాంలో పెట్టేస్తాను. అప్పుడు ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంత యాక్టివ్గా ఉంటుంది, ఎఫెక్టివ్గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. సో అన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ కూడా ఇన్పుట్ వచ్చేటట్లుగా నేను మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్లో ఒక ఫంక్షన్ని కాల్ చేస్తాను, ఏటీఎం అనే ఫంక్షన్. So likewise, a project will be developed. That is called a top-down approach. ఈ టాప్ డౌన్ అప్రోచ్ ఫాలో అయిన తర్వాత మాడ్యూల్ కింద డివైడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత సబ్ మాడ్యూల్స్ని మనం డెవలప్ చేస్తుంటే ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. పీస్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ని లేకపోతే ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షన్ని సబ్ మాడ్యూల్ కింద మనం ట్రీట్ చేస్తే దాన్ని డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటూ 1 by 1 డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటూ అన్ని కంబైన్డ్గా కలెక్టివ్గా కంబైన్డ్గా గ్యాదర్ చేస్తే మెయిన్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అనేది రెడీ అయిపోతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ టాప్ డౌన్ అప్రోచ్. So here, top-down design for ATM. I've given top-down design for ATM. Some display balance, same whatever I told you now. Deposit balance, transfer funds, withdrawal funds. Okay, for each module they can divide into sub-modules, no problem. Here they divide the withdrawal funds. What they did, get available balance. If you want to withdraw, ఈ ఆప్షన్స్ కూడా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. అవైలబుల్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చూసుకోవాలా, దాన్ని బట్టి విత్డ్రా చేసుకుంటే ఓకే. కంపేర్ బ్యాలెన్స్ టు రిక్వెస్ట్. సో ఇంటర్నల్లీ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఆపరేషన్స్ విల్ బి పెర్ఫార్మ్, దే ఆర్ రైటింగ్. అప్డేట్ అకౌంట్, కంపేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత దెన్ దట్ విల్ బి అప్డేటెడ్. మినిట్ సార్, ఏం సార్ సార్ దేని గురించి ఈ క్లాస్లో ఉందన్నాను సార్. 5 minutes. వెయిట్ 10 minutes పడుతున్నాయి. స్టేటస్ కౌంట్ చెప్పమంటారా? వస్తుంది. 10 minutes పడుతున్నా. నేను ఆయనకి పంపిస్తాను, నేను పర్సనల్గా, లేకపోతే 10 minutes. నేను చెప్తాను, పర్సనల్గా నేను పంపిస్తాను ఆయనకి అని చెప్పండి. నాకు క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను ప్రస్తుతం. 15 minutes పడుతుంది క్లాస్, నాకు టైం లేదు. Okay student, they have taken only the withdrawal funds module. So here which and every operation they have written here, comparing balance to or request and update the account after withdrawal, dispense funds అంటే బ్యాలెన్స్ అప్డేట్ చేసిన తర్వాతనే వాడు అమౌంట్ని బయటికి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తున్నాడు. దెన్ రిజెక్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్, మనకి ఏటీఎంలో ఆపరేషన్స్ ఎలా చేస్తుంటామో మనకు తెలుసు కదా, ప్రింట్ రిసిప్ట్ సేమ్. డిస్పెన్స్ ఫండ్స్ ఇక్కడ కూడా కొన్ని రాశాడు. వెరిఫై యాంపుల్ ఫండ్స్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ హియర్ మీన్స్ మేబీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత అమౌంట్ని మనం చెక్ చేసుకోవడమేమో. దెన్ డిఫరెంట్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. ఇనిషియేట్ about the machine which it is working properly or not, update bank records. ఆల్రెడీ అప్డేట్ అకౌంట్ ఇక్కడే చేశాడు. బ్యాంక్ రికార్డ్స్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే, మిషన్లో నుంచి మనకి అమౌంట్ రాలేదనుకోండి, ఆ అమౌంట్ రానప్పుడు ఒక్కోసారి విత్డ్రావల్ అని చూపిస్తుంది. బట్ అమౌంట్ రాకపోతే ఏమవుతుందంటే వెంటనే కొద్దిసేపటికి ఓకే అమౌంట్ క్రెడిటెడ్ అని కూడా వస్తుంది. అమౌంట్ విత్డ్రావల్ అని వస్తుంది, బట్ అమౌంట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ it didn't come out. Then afterwards what they will show us, here you have withdrawn this much amount. After some time your amount is credited in your account. So mission related problems ki kuda ikkada they have given some operations, some options they have shown us. So what are the activities will take place, they have taken this. If you take transfer fund, now what is the strategy? If you want to transfer the fund, same strategy, available balance we'll check, ఎంత సెండ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం దాన్ని కూడా మనం కంపేర్ చేస్తాం, అది కూడా అప్డేట్ చేస్తాం. తర్వాత ఇంకా ఎవరికి మనం పంపిస్తున్నాం అనేది ద డెస్టినేషన్ అకౌంట్, దట్ అకౌంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ విల్ టేక్. సో ఆ అకౌంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కన్ఫర్మేషన్ కూడా చేసుకుంటాం, 1 time 2 time confirmation. And moreover, if you want, you can take IFSC code. If all are matched with the that bank details, then we'll transfer the amount. Likewise, deposit also, what are the operations we will perform for to get the balance also, what are the operations we will take. Okay, this is the way of designing ATM system, that is top down design for the ATM system. Understood about the decomposition? This is the decomposition technique one. Decomposition technique. This is one example they asked here. Yeah, this is one example. ATM machine, how it works. Top down approach. Very easy thing. Next, same second example they have given hospital management. For that also I have downloaded an image for that. That is hospital. What are the branches we are having? Laboratories division, outpatient clinic, nursing units, administrative division, different divisions they had. Observe here. Then laboratories. In the laboratories they will have X-ray, then pathology. We are not aware of all these. Then nursing units. They are dividing. If you knows the names, this you can write down the names. Administrative division here. In the administrative, that accounting and billing department will be there. Okay, so that information also will be maintained. This is called decomposition. For example, if you take our college, okay, BBRIT engineering college, so there we will be having different branches. You will take the branches division, we will take accounts division, we will take the placements division. Okay, accounts, then all the branches and placements, then sports club. Okay, different divisions. If you take branches, what are the branches we are having, listing out the branches. Next, administrative. In the administrative division there will be accounting and billing related information. Next, placement related, that is also company wise or branch wise placements information. Okay, different sports division, there also they will maintain some branch wise different information. If you take the main branches, the academic, so in order to place the branches we will take academic division. Academic division means all branches will come, for each branch some subdivisions. If you take CSC branch, number of sections, and for their subjects. If you consider the subjects, what are the marks for each subject? So likewise we can have many subdivisions. Not only that, here this is one level, this is second level. We have seen here only 2 levels of subdivisions. Observe here, one level of subdivision, second level and third level of subdivision. For some projects there will be 5-10 levels of subdivisions also. Okay, many levels of subdivisions. This is called top down approach. From top to bottom we are going for the decomposition. Okay, diagrammatical representation, that is totally diagrammatical representations. ATM mission and hospital management. So here actually students, I am closing the class for today. You draw the decomposition, that is top down design for online shopping and interpreting COVID-19 test results. Simply they were included this. Better if you are able to draw the decomposition diagram for this in different views, it's better. And this just you just you draw the decomposition diagram, then show me. Send the pic personally. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Bhaiya, can you please come after? Can you please come evening? అవును ఈవినింగ్ వస్తారా? కష్టమయ్యా మేము యాక్చువల్గా లేదు కాలేజీలో ఉన్నాను ఈవినింగ్ ఓకే 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 okay okay students, do this assignment online shopping and draw the top down design, that is decomposition for online shopping and interpreting COVID-19 result. This is the not assignment, homework for you. Draw it and send a pic through WhatsApp. That's it. Okay, we can go through these. uh, these are also will come in diagrams only. Composition, abstraction, class diagrams and use case diagrams we are going to draw for library, same library. Then for ATM also we can try. So what are these diagrams? Let us see. These will comes under the actually UML diagrams, Unified Modeling Language. So the fifth unit is totally very easy. It is totally about the diagrammatical representations. Okay. Thank you students. Thanks for today. 48 people have attended. Okay, thank you. I'm leaving.
Bye, sir.
Bye. See you.